All right. We are live again, and I am super excited to be here again on Thursday in March at this moment and at this time with y'all again on this virtual platform. If you've been tuning in, you've been hearing so much and so many different entrepreneurs globally coming here, sharing about their business, sharing about their passion, and most of all, exposing you to their purpose and why they love to do what they do. Well, if you think you've heard more than enough, guess what? You haven't heard it all until you get to hear Alicia Hurt. Today, she's going to bring you so much value that's going to cause you to want to elevate, and not just in your business, but in your life. Her life experience, combined with all of our life experience, has brought her here to this point where she's so knowledgeable. And it's good to have knowledge, but if you don't know how to communicate, it's a difference. So with Alicia Hurt, you're going to get that communication where you can be able to understand it, where you can be able to absorb it, most of all, where you can be able to use it and apply it into your business. So that being said, you want to get your pen, your paper, your notepad, whatever you have, and make sure you write down her contact information and actually reach out to her. Part of entrepreneurship is networking. And when we master that, guess what? We build great relationships and we continue to soar in our business. So you probably wonder, who's this excited, amazing woman talking to me? Well, my name is Sunshine Fullenwinder, and I am the CEO and founder of Next Level 2 Women Entrepreneur, a 7-year organization. Next year, we'll be going on 8 years. I can't even believe it. What we do here, what do we do here? We provide speaking platforms versus live or in person or virtual for entrepreneurs to expose who they are, what they do, and also to be able to provide them support through our coaching and business network so they can get what they need to continue to go to the next level. If you're like me, when I first started out, it was like an ocean. I was like, oh my goodness, where do I go? What do I need? Branding, marketing, just all over the place. And, and I'm like, this is crazy. It shouldn't be this hard to have a dream and not know what to do and where to go. So I said, I can't find it. And if you're an entrepreneur, if we cannot find what we want, we will create it in a heartbeat. But it's not good enough just to create it. You got to love what you're doing to a point that you just want to do it for a million people over and over again. So that's what we do here. We love what we're doing and we just want to do it over and over again. So it's kind of like having a good problem, when you realize that, oh my God, I just love to do it so much. I just need more space, So I just want to let you know we love you. We love, we love the women we serve. We love entrepreneurs. And this is the kind of relationship that you're also going to get from the entrepreneurs that are on this platform. They're speaking. Why do I know that? Because in order to be a next level, we interview you. So you don't just happen to just come here. You'll never see us post anything that says, hey, we need speakers. You're not going to see that here because we really believe in a concept that, birds are fed or flock together. But not only that, entrepreneurs work so hard building a business and a brand. And guess what? In the day, alignment is critical for success. And because of that, we take our brand serious and we also take our entrepreneurs brand serious. So if you've not got your ticket for March the 26th, you probably wonder what's happening. Well, we have a 10K Global Women Business Tour, and the 10K Global Women Business Tour started back on September 24th and goes all the way to March the 26th. So it's a combination of virtual speakers and live speakers. So that being said, on Tuesdays and Thursdays on the virtual platform, you'll hear the speakers speak. And then on March 26th, you'll see some of the entrepreneurs also speaking live here in Charlotte, North Carolina. So if you don't have your ticket, please go to sunshine.info or connect with any of the entrepreneurs and get your ticket and be at that live event. Again, we want to say thank you to our operations manager, Monique, our host, Monique Butt Baker, Monica Butt Baker, Monique Springer, and Regina Martin. Y'all are doing such a fabulous job in hosting our entrepreneurs. We want to say thank you. We love you and we appreciate it. It helps us to continue to do what we love to do. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. So without further ado, all the people in Next Level 2 to Success, we want to say thank you for being in the group. We love the love that we're getting there. Next Level 2 Women Entrepreneur Group. We love the love we're getting there. So thank you for being in that group. Thank you for posting your business. We appreciate it. And so That being said, without further ado, we're getting ready to jump over to our speaker for tonight. She is dynamic, she is intentional, and she is powerful. Those are some mighty words, okay? So that means brace yourself, put your seatbelt on, because you are in for a treat. Without further ado, I'm going to drop the mic over to you, and much love.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I am so happy to be on this platform and so honored. I appreciate you all for the invite and for consideration and for allowing me to come here. I know I have 15 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and set my alarm here. As she said, my name is Sunshine said, Sunshine. My name is Alicia Hurt, and I am the owner of Hurt and Poet LLC, Elevation Resiliency Coaching. And what qualifies me to talk to you today about emotional intelligence and resiliency is the fact that one that's most important is that I have an innate passion for people. And over 30 years of practical and direct service to our people. And when I'm done today, you will be able to cultivate, empathy and a sustainable, resilient culture in your workplace. With that being said, I'm going to talk on the topic today of how resilience can elevate all of us to make powerful moves. And it starts with a high EQ. What is EQ? That is emotional intelligence. In business, as executives and leaders, we think about IQ, right? We think about IQ. IQ is our skill set, and we need that, and that's wonderful. But if you're struggling with your EQ, that could cause some issues in the workplace. Not necessarily all the time for the executives and leaders and managers and administrators, but how are you presenting yourself, and how is the culture of your teams within the workplace? I'm going to give you two facts to get this thing started. One, research shows that between 2021 and between 2020 and 2021, 50%, that's a large number, y'all. 50% of work-related illnesses was due to stress, depression, and anxiety in the workplace. Fact two, since the outbreak of the pandemic, data and reports indicate strong disparities in the labor force. Basically, what that means is it reflects how women are overrepresented in certain healthcare and food industries and prep and personal care and personal service industries. We are disproportionately employed in occupations. So this affected us a lot, right? So this is why women are starting to make moves. This is why we are starting to make powerful moves, because we shouldn't be disproportionate any longer. The most effective way to not only understand and manage your own emotions, but to also manage cohesive and high performing teams in the workplace. And to break down this a little further for you, EQ affects how executives, leaders, and managers and administrators interact with their teams. That's very important. and how team members interact with you, and then how they interact with each other. So I'm going to give you some strategy on how we can help with that, how we can improve on our EQ, our emotional intelligence. It is very significant in the workplace. This will equip you to make difficult decisions, to resolve conflicts effectively, to seamlessly adapt to ever-changing circumstances and situations, and also business goals. We all had to shift, to accommodate these challenging times with the pandemic and other things that's going on because of the pandemic. We had to deal with adversity. We had to deal with unexpected circumstances. So here are 5 things. Now they're broad because I only have a short amount of time, but I want you to contact me so we can break them down. The first one is self-awareness. And these are very important when it comes to emotional intelligence and how you build resiliency in your culture, throughout your teams. Self-awareness is 1. Self-regulation is 2. All about self-control. Are you controlling your emotions? First, are you aware of your emotions? Then can you control your emotions? Thirdly, motivation. Are you really motivating your team? Are you motivated as the manager? Are you motivated? There are things like motivation interviewing skills. That's very, very important. Very important. Number 4 is empathy. Simply showing empathy. Number 5 is social skills. We hear it from the time we're young until we grow up and older and doing our own thing. But social skills are very relevant when it comes to managing an organization. My time is about up. I have about 3 minutes here, a little less than 3 minutes. But please let this resonate with you. If you didn't hear anything else, let this resonate. A strong mind can cultivate unlimited possibilities and elevate resilience. Resilience is about leveraging emotional muscles. Change how you think and change how you motivate others to think. Yours truly, Alicia P. Hurt. And from the motherland to motherhood to the mountaintop, we still rise. And I want you to hear that. From the motherland to motherhood to the mountaintop, we still rise, and we are still rising. Know that you are resilient. Self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. Emotional intelligence builds resiliency and a wonderful, healthy culture in your workplace. Alicia P. Hurt, Hurt and Poet LLC, Elevation Resiliency Coaching. Contact me, www.hurtandpoetllc.com, and let's get in touch. We can talk about my 3-month program to expand and elevate the culture of your organization. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all for listening and for being here.
Thank you so much for that information. Definitely know it's gonna a lot of entrepreneurs, especially women, we hold down jobs while running our business or our organization, while balancing a family and still being able to balance ourselves. So I love the steps that you stated. If you can go through that list one more time, we would love to hear it.
Sure, sure. So it's 5 of them. All right. So I'm going to try. It's so much to each one of them. But just to break it down one more time, self-awareness. You got to be aware of your emotions in the moment. Be very mindful of your emotions. So in that moment, you'll know how to respond to a difficult, challenging emotion, right? Self-regulation, controlling that emotion. When it comes to you, it's gonna hit hard, but be able to control it. Motivation. Are you motivated? How are you motivating your teams? Number 4, show a little bit of empathy. We all have some problems. We all have some concerns. Are you concerned about your team and the individuals and what they're going through? And how are you showing that? The 5th and last one is social skills. It just takes a little bit of how are you doing today? It just takes a little bit of being able to interact in a healthy, professional manner, just a little social skills and be professional about it. Those are the 5 very key points of emotional intelligence.
Awesome. I love that. I love that fact that those steps that you gave us, we cannot just use in the workplace, but we can also use within our business. And that's
Yes.
where it balances itself out. So can you tell us just a sneak peek of what we should expect whenever we contact you about that 3 month program that you have? I know it's a fabulous. I know you put a lot of time in it. Can you just give us like a sneak peek? We would love it.
Sure, sure. Thank you for the opportunity. So basically, it is a 3-month package deal. Okay. So it's 3 months, 3 sessions per month. And basically, I have a curriculum for you that we go through, and I do it in steps and stages. Take you from how it all started. I didn't create this wheel, and I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. What I'm trying to do is give you strategies and solutions to execute that wheel. That's what this 3-month coaching package is about. It's about giving executives and leaders and administrators and managers what is important to share with their teams. And I do offer, if necessary, if you would like individual sessions with managers. And I will do a disclaimer, and I always like to say this, this is not a mental health service. Although my background is in mental health, this is a resiliency coaching. Therapy is about the past. Coaching is about to keep you going to the future. And we want to build a resilient future for each and every one in your organization. So contact me, www.hurtandpoetllc.com. Let's talk about and get started with this 3-month package deal. And you can do a 1 month if you like, but the 3-month will give you more of a comprehensive, customized package for your brand, your organization. And so I would say, let's just talk about it and come up with a package deal for that'll work for your organization and your brand.
There you have it. We have no excuses not to be able to be resilient in our life and in our business, and most of all, in our workplace.
Mhm.
I love what the workplace brings to the table in our lives. It not just helps shapes us, but it helps scales us, and also it provides us knowledge to discover who we are, and what we have to give to the world. So everybody can look at everything. One thing we have is perspective. We get to look at, how things are in our lives. And I believe that we're where we're supposed to be, doing what we're supposed to do. And when it's over, it's over. It's time to move on, and that's a positive outlook, not just for the workplace, but for your business, for your life, and even for people in your lives. It's such a great honor to meet you, to know what you do, and to be able to even have you on a platform. We look forward to you coming back because, again, we're not going to get resilience overnight. You know what I'm saying? No. And so that being said, we know it takes time to master. And, we're so glad that you have mastered it so you can be able to now expose it to us, share the opportunity with us so we can also master it. And so I know y'all love her already because I do. And so you are going to get opportunity to see her again on this virtual platform. And as long as she can allow us to pull on her, we're going to continue to pull on her until we master being resilient.
Absolutely. So, it does take a skill. It does.
It does. So if you can you share again how people can get in contact with you? And then we'll be ready to conclude the broadcast.
Sure, absolutely. Again, my website is www.hurt, HURTN, as in Nancy, Poet, POET, LLC.com, all one word. And I'm all over social media, y'all. So you can find me on LinkedIn. My tag name is Resiliency Maverick. So you may have seen that in some places. So you can find me there, find me as Alicia Hurt, or you can find me as the Resiliency Maverick on LinkedIn, on Twitter, on basically all the social media. So, but the best way to contact me, I would say, Ms. Sunshine, is, Facebook message me. I know you and we communicate that way, but that's the best way you can probably connect with me, but also go to my website. So I'm looking forward to connecting with you all.
Well, there you go. There you have it. She is welcoming you to message her. Okay. So please go ahead and message her right now. Because, entrepreneurs, we get pretty busy. So again, I want to say thank you for coming on to the broadcast. We love everything you've shared with us, and we look forward to your next broadcast on this platform. I am your host again, Sunshine Fullenwinder, the CEO and founder of Next Level 2 Women Entrepreneur, where we empower, elevate, educate, and equip women in business and in life. We want to say thank you all for listening to the broadcast now, and all those that are going to listen to a replay. Continue to stay blessed and continue to grow while growing yourself and also growing others. You have a blessed night.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.